What's up, guys? Here back with another YouTube video. Today we are going to be talking about the severe weather that will be going on today, or is also ongoing. So today you can see this wide amount of two different areas of a slight risk of severe weather. So first thing I'm going to show is the Thunderstorm Outlook. You can see technically this isn't, if you're like, for example, you're in the 10% chances of thunderstorms, that doesn't mean you're not going to get, that's not your chance of rain, that's your chance of a thunderstorm. You could have a 100% chance of rain and be in the 10% chance for thunderstorms. That just means you're just going to mostly have rain. But the 70% is where the risk for thunderstorms will be mostly at, in that big area. And then it'll start swooshing through down to this area in Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Texas and Louisiana. So that's that. We are gonna show that. Look at this, that big slight risk. So up in this slight risk appears from a squall line that's heading through that area right now in Missouri and Kansas and a little bit of Nebraska with and stuff. And the risk for tornadoes is pretty low in that slight risks up there, but it's still at 2%. I know it's really low, but that's still there. And then the wind risk is a 15% in that area. So mainly, in my opinion, this is going to be a wind threat, and the hail threat will be down here more, because of the squall line. And then there's that 15% for hail. But now we're going to talk about this. So this is a big slight risk of severe weather in Oklahoma and Texas. And there's like Dallas, Fort Worth, Oklahoma, Tulsa, and Arlington, Texas. So you can see, this is where the risk for tornadoes is much higher. There's only severe thunderstorm watch. It's really low. It's a pretty low chance for tornadoes, but it's higher than up here, which it's still there, and you still got to keep an eye on that because there's that risk for a tornado. There's that risk for a tornado or two in this area. In Plano, Texas, Garland, Texas, Carrollton, Texas, Richardson, Texas, and Norman, Oklahoma. And then now to the wind risk. There's a 15% wind risk. I think the main threat will be a hail risk over here in Dallas, Fort Worth, Oklahoma, Tulsa, and Arlington. And then the hail risk is the big thing. See that little block, that 15% right there? That's the risk for hail. See that little black part right in that area that I'm circling? That, I kind of circled it bad. I'm going to redo it. That right there is hatch. That means a risk for 1 inch hail or larger within 25 miles of a point. So you guys got to be keeping an eye in this area for that risk for some large hail. So if you're in that hatched 15% area, you need to be bring your cars in and stay indoors away from the hail to keep to do that safety precautions. And now we're gonna check. See, there was a severe thunderstorm watch from that squall line going right there. Tornadoes low, severe wind moderate. Like I said, the biggest thing here will probably be wind. So they've put that wind up because of that big, huge squall line heading into those areas right there. And it's just a cluster of storms. And I really typically think that Oklahoma's the one we're gonna really mostly be keeping an eye on. But if you're in this area, just keep an eye on some for that risk for some winds in St. Joseph, Topeka, and Emporia. But they'll mostly probably weaken by the time they head to Kansas City, but you'll still get a threat for some winds. And then they just issued a severe thunderstorm watch in this area right here. This is what I think we're going to be keeping an eye on the most. See, they put that tornado risk up. It's slow, but it's still there, and it's higher than the risk down there. And you can see it's pretty big in this area. Some places that are affected by that this severe thunderstorm watch are Oklahoma City, Ardmore, Tulsa, Ponca City, and Ponca City. Also, there's like more in Norman, but those are like kind of like outside the metro Oklahoma City. But my reason why I think they added this very thunderstorm watcher here, see that cluster storms right there? That's what I'm keeping an eye on the most. That's what I think will be starting up and to be strong, really strong. If we go on the radar scope, look, see those clusters of thunderstorms right there? That's what I'm keeping an eye on. That could produce these spin up tornadoes in these areas and those areas because of those, because you can tell they look more organized than the storms over here. But remember, this is the wind threat, right, switching through there. And you can see it's there's a lot of areas being impacted by this. And this has just passed by Manhattan, and let's check that storm report. They're saying this is small hail going through that area and some rain. But there's also probably some winds, and Topeka is it's heading straight for you. So you're gonna be impacted by that soon here in a little bit. So yeah. Now we're gonna go to this so if you can see, yeah, you can see it much better on here. See, it says scattered, so I'll circle what we're about to read so you guys can know where it is. Scattered severe thunderstorms are possible across eastern Kansas, southeast Nebraska, northwest Missouri, and southwest Iowa, as well as central southeastern Oklahoma into north Texas, mainly during the late afternoon and evening. Large hail, damaging winds, and a couple of tornadoes are possible. Large hail threat mainly in Oklahoma. Damaging wind threat mainly in Missouri and Kansas and Nebraska. Okay. So yeah, I think we are here. We are now gonna in this video here soon. I'm probably gonna be talking to some people about this, and yeah, I'm gonna be very well monitoring these storms right here, cause I bet you they'll probably issue severe thunderstorm warning in this area at some point. And I'm also gonna be keeping an eye on development down here too. So I'm gonna end this video for today, guys. I hope you guys liked it, and bye. This was a pretty wild video. This is a pretty short video for the videos I typically make. And bye, guys.